50 skills.
So like the books that we had read, the 50 books, we thought, what's the use of this knowledge if we do not put it into practice? We were not like, let's book for 10 days, we'll see what happens later. We were not like that. We're like, let's do 50 days. We will do 50 days and we're not going to give up. Jainam Bhai also says, never give up, never what? Never back down.
Nice. People can't, get that concept of seva, and then we're just doing it for the sake of just giving without expecting anything in return. Let's talk about the controversy. You mentioned courses. You mentioned in terms of the knowledge, right? Like when you're thinking of sharing or like teaching things on courses. Now, someone who's in their college, they're doing their degree. So how do you bridge that gap of knowledge? You have a certain amount of knowledge. You are in grade what now?
8 and 5.
At this level, you may have a certain amount of knowledge. You may not know what goes into an engineering, what an engineering student wants, everything. How do you bridge that gap of knowledge then?
So the books that we've read, those are majorly what we teach. So this as now after the book. So let's first complete that story so you'll understand. So it's 2022. Once we read the books in 2023, we decided to take up that challenge that in 50 days we will apply 50 skills in our day-to-day life.
50 skills.
So like the books that we had read, the 50 books, we thought, what's the use of this knowledge if we do not put it into practice? So we had read that code somewhere and we decided, let's put it into practice now. And each book, each topic became a skill for us. And we turned each book topic into a skill and we started applying it into our day-to-day life. Whether it was delegation, time management, anything. And we were turning it into our skills, into our day-to-day life where we would apply it. And we would start doing that. And from there only our growth started. After that, in 2024, in March, we decided that this year only that we got to mom and dad and we said, Mama, Papa, in the last few 4-5 years, we have gained so much knowledge. We have implemented this in our lives. This knowledge is not a lot, but it's something that we feel like people don't know about and we need people to understand about it. So why not let's share it with others? So Mummy, Papa had told कि जैनम जी का भारत भी हमारा देश है, means Bharat is also our country. So he said, if you want to, then you can go to India and share your knowledge. So बोल डाला है, okay, that's amazing. We'll go to India, our home place, and we'll share our knowledge. So just to make this clear, when we went to India, we had no request. We had no connections with anyone. We had a lot of connections, but we used no key to open any door. It was just that we want to do it. So before March, in January also, because of our YouTube channel, we had a few schools which had invited us to do a few events. So we went to India and we did 3-4 events in India in January. And once we had done that event, so they had contacted us with some more different school.
Okay.
So
what kind of events were these?
So they were science experiments, the first events that we did.
Okay.
They were just science experiments. We would go to their school, we would share our science experiments. Like we would conduct 8 science experiments in front of the students and we would share about the knowledge. We would interact with the students, any questions, and they would come up and do the experiments themselves as well. So it was just a science experiment workshop, magical science, where we conduct 8 to 9 experiments and we share the science knowledge in an easy and fun understanding way for any age group, all the way from grade 3 all the way till grade 8. Okay. Yeah. So that was how we started in January. Then actually the magical science that we will do was also for younger kids also. So it was based on the grade or age the group is that we will pick what topic we are doing. So if it was below 5, below 5th grade, we will do science experiments. And if it was above 4th grade, then we will do some our speeches. But it's also up to the school which they decide. We also do start the experiments for up to grade 7 and 8. Yeah. So it can what we decide is from grade 3 all the way till grade 8. That is the age group that we have decided. Now from grade 5 and 6 up, you can choose any grade and we can speak in front of them how I turned my hobby into career and how I started my business at the age of 9.
Wow. At the age of 9, you started your business, and this is the 1XL we're talking about, right? This is unbelievable. Amazing, guys.
Well, it's believable because you're seeing it in front of you.
Yeah. So unbelievable is like an expression.
Yeah.
So when you when you did this whole idea and you started, you did the 50-day tour in India where you went to different places, and it started with one school that called you there. Or how many schools was it?
So it was only one school that had invited us. So the 50-day mission, it was mission. We would call it 50-day mission. This is 50. Yeah, mission. We call it Mission 50. So it was first called the Mission Summer Challenges. Now we call it Mission 50, 50-day mission. So Mission 50.
So every year, the 50 days of summer vacation that you get, you pick up something that you want to do in these 50 days.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So in the 50 days, we started off with one school. On day 1, there was no event. On day 2, there were one event. There was one event. Yes. Day 3 and 4, there was no event. So day 1, we had one event. Day 2, we had 2 events. Day 3 and 4, we had none events. Yeah. Day 5 was the day when it started all going up. We started having more events. This is just the beginning. So but now before we starting on our first event that we had done, we had gotten kicked out of the stage when we started speaking. Yes, it will only happen 5 minutes and they told the time, there is no more time, and they told us to get off stage. So the first event was not necessarily a success. It was a fail, but we would never give up. We were like, so we both were like, it's fine. We have to fail sometimes and then we'll succeed. Let's just continue. We'll continue. So the second day we had 2 events, and from the second event and the first event, we started receiving so many more requests. The word of mouth, the power of word of mouth.
Word of mouth. So different schools and different like
colleges, institutions would invite us, business organizations to speak, and we started with like 2 events booking. All the way till the end, we did more than 120 events. And this was only in Maharashtra. We wanted to do in the entire country, but we had gotten so many requests. And to this day, we have more than 300 pending. Yes. That came from India, and now we have from all over the world 300 plus event requests that are requesting that we do an event at the school, institute, organization. And we got 250 requests from the 50-day mission, and the 50 plus more requests are all a variety of people who have multiple schools, not like 1 or 2. They have multiple different schools in connections and themselves have multiple branches. So that total can be like 200 plus schools. So we have a variety of different events that we are also starting on doing now, and it's just growing. So in 50 days, we did 120 events and reached more than 50,000 people. We left for India with just a dream, nothing else. 50-day mission, 100 events, 50,000 people, and we crushed it. And you won't believe it, but just on 40 days, we did 100 events.
Wow. In 40 days, you had already crossed the 100, your target you had already achieved.
And it was not like we would stop there. We were like, we are just getting started. And there were days where we had 4 events in a day. There were days where we had 3 events in a day. And then there were days where we only had 1.
And this was where in Mumbai? When you go from here, what's home for you? Like Mumbai or?
We were continuously traveling from Ile to Nasik to Sambhajinagar, Ahmednagar. So it was just continuous travel. So we started in Pune and ended in Pune. Our plan was to go to Mumbai, but like I told you, there were so many requests that we had to go back to Pune, and so we had kind of made a round.
Okay.
Not necessarily, but it was just we were traveling from city to city. There were days where we had 1 event in one city, second event in the second city, which was like 2 hours away, and third event at night in another city. So we were continuously traveling.
Tell me about the logistics of this. Like, so who would drive you around? Well,
So we had a driver. We had a 10 people team from recording, from video shooting to mic management, computer management, team management. So everything we have took it with us. Projector, speaker, mic system, cameras, everything was with us. Okay. So when we started, we had a 10 people team. Until the end, we had 10 people. We had a driver who would take us everywhere. And mom was with us, but she was just helping us around. She would always support us. There was a day when mom also got sick and he had to take an IB drip. So actually, our mission 50 was not always rainbows and lollipops. So there were also some ups and downs, like dark clouds. And so we had many challenges, like lights will go out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the event, and we had to speak without mic sometimes. And then some, like Jainambe said, mom had gotten so sick when we were in Sambhaji Nagar that she had to take an IV drip, because we started in Pune where it was cold. Then when we came to Nagar side, then it was like very hot. Then when we went to Nasik, Sambhaji Nagar side, there was lots of raining. So because of this constant weather change, we were also falling sick.
you guys were also following.
Yes, these were out of fall sick. We had cold. At the ending of the 50-day mission, we did a massive event, and when we did that, there you could understand how our voice was. It was like from the day 1 to the day 120, the event 120th, you could understand that our voice was like really cough, and there was cold that we had. But still, we didn't give up. We were like, we will do this. There was a day when we had 4 events. I was feeling sick from the night. So it was day 5 or 6 something. I was feeling sick to the head and stomach. I was like, I can't get up. But then I'm like, I'll take medicine and I'm gonna do these 4 events. But then now we went 2 events. He started feeling very weak and he started feeling pain. So he went home and like mom's like, okay, let's cancel these 2 events. Janama is like, no worry, Jivika can manage. I'm like, Jivika can manage. And she did both those events alone. And she was able to do it. So it was wonderful. When we started till the end, we had a lot more understanding. We learned a lot more things. And just one thing, as Janame had said about challenge, and we were coughing a lot. Once in the one of our night program was there, and it was a Sunday night, and so we did an event, and we were coughing a lot. So the people there organized the event, they had seen that and they noticed that. And in the middle of the night, like not middle of the night, like at 8 or 9, they opened a hospital for us, the clinic, just for us. So they contacted the doctor and they told, you have to open up. These are 2 young speakers who did an event. They are coughing a lot. They have a lot of cold. You need to check them. So they opened the clinic in the middle of the night almost. And we had to go to the next location at that same night, because tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, there was an event. So they were like, no problem, we'll open up the clinic right now. And they checked us, they gave us services of the help, the support, and the love of everyone in India that had helped us.
Yeah.
That is why we also completed this mission.
Wow. This is really, really nice. I love the way you've experienced the ups and downs. You've learned all this, and you mentioned support, right? This is, I think, the support team that you had, the 10 people, including the driver, the cameraman. Tell us about that. Like, how, did you hire those people, or how did that thing?
Yes, we had hired them. They were hired for the 50 days, and we had a manager who was managing everything. So the thing, Janam had said, 10 people group. So we had 2 cars, one for us and one for our whole team.
For the crew.
And the equipment. Yeah, there were 2 cameramen, 1 microphone, a management, 1 helper who would help in the making of the science experiment. 2 drivers. We had mic guy. We had even.
So these guys, like, you all had, did you all like plan in advance that from here?
And we had booked for 50 days. We were like, we will complete the 50-day mission and we will do it. And if we had done it, like we were not like, let's book for 10 days. We'll see what happens later. We were not like that. We're like, let's do 50 days. We will do 50 days and we're not going to give up. Like Jainambia also says, never give up, never what? Never back down.
Nice. What was your like the biggest highlight? What was the biggest learning that you all had from this kind of?
The biggest learning was challenges will come. That I can tell everyone. There is not a single journey where there is like a perfect straight run. There will always be challenges, ups and downs. Just tell us one person who has like reached success without failures. Not a lot, maybe one or two by accident as well.
No. This is. I mean, I see your point. So there everybody who's reached. They go through challenges, and I'm really happy and really proud of you that you guys have seen that like lesson, that you've learned that right in the childhood. You've already seen that part, and let's talk about the controversy, right? There was this whole thing about, so how did that, like, okay, so just to set the stage, or just to kind of tell you what I know about this, okay, and then you correct me if I'm wrong. There was a developer in Delhi, the Delhi tech boy, right? The guy who needed, he had the Jio Hotstar domain, and he wanted to sell this to Reliance,
Yes.
but they didn't want to pay him. So y'all like bought it, and then y'all gave it away to Reliance.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
That is exactly what happened. There is one part that you're missing out. He wanted to attain Cambridge University education. That is why he was selling it to Reliance and asking for the funding. He was asking for something above 1 crore, around 1 crore only. So he was asking from Reliance that you give me this amount, you take the domain, I'll continue my education in Cambridge. Just fund my education. That is what he was asking.
So he was like, this guy was. Did he like? Was he domain squatting, or do you know what domain squat? Like,
Yes, you know what it is. I wouldn't necessarily call it domain spotting because he had purchased it a year ago.
okay,
So he
purchased JioHotstar.com.
but now understand this. If you say copyright, Geo. So may I know where it kicks you about Geo? Actually, Jennifer is just telling, since you can take access or copyright, and he's just telling like where also we can also take copyright, and how we can take.
Yeah,
And
I say, yeah, I get your point about the copyright thing, but so basically the tech guy, he bought the domain. He did develop a website or anything? It was just
it was just there. It was just there. There was nothing.
and he wanted to fund his education. So he was like, here, Reliance, take the domain that you will be, it will be useful for you, and just give me the money that will be useful for me for my education, right? This is what he wanted to do.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Now, this is what I love about this whole thing, that you guys, you wanted to help the developer, so you bought the domain from him,
Yeah.
and then like you just said, Reliance, here, take it away. You were just amazing. This is like, you guys are superheroes. Talk me through that, like the whole conversation mindset. What was the discussion happening between y'all with parents? What was the thought behind this?
So actually, one thing I'll just say, we never did it for the money or the fame. It was just doing it as an act of seva, just to help that boy. But because of that, there was lots of thing for the controversy. That is why we also got the fame with it. But we had no intention of it. So let me make this clear. The domain we bought was from the seva money only. So during the 50-day mission, after the events, people would give us appreciation, gifts, money, and a variety of different things. So when people would give that, we took it all together. And when we came back to Dubai, we gave a portion of it to Jain Seva Mission Dubai. And then after that, we read this story on the news. And we thought that let's help that guy. So now the money, how did it come? You might have seen the Dangal movie, right? The Dangal movie by Amir Khan, where Bhavita and Geeta do wrestling matches. After that, they get a token of appreciation of money from a people. So like that, after the event, we would get the money. So now after that, after the events and after we had collected and we gave a portion to Jain Seva Mission and another portion to the Delhi Techie boy. After we read the story, so we funded him with the amount. Now after that, we took the domain and we shared our Seva journey. Now, when we shared our Seva journey, we gave the message about sevakarmi.com that we want to connect with a lot more people, reach more than 1 lakh people, 100,000 people, and do more than 20 hours of Seva each person per year. So, that was the main motive. Now, when we did it, after that, there was a lot of time that passed, maybe 2-3 weeks, and we thought, now this is of no use for us. And we are like, Reliance could have some use of it. So if they have interest and they want to take the domain, this was 2 days before they announced geostar.com. This was few days before they announced geostar.com. But we had announced that if they want, they can contact us and they can get it. And the day after that, IP legal team had contacted us. So just one thing I would just want to add into this. I just want to make it clear. We want to make it clear that no one from Reliance or any legal authority had contacted us before this that give it for free, or they are not pressurized us.
It was your decision.
It was very own decision, and we had no intention of ruining Reliance's plans or.
Why to? I mean, yeah, I totally get that, and I I'm very impressed with this whole action of yours, like with that, help the guy, the Delhi guy, and then you also gave it to. So this way, like, Reliance doesn't lose any money. They didn't want to pay. They're not paying. The techie guy wanted to, wanted funds for his studies. He got the funds for his studies.
Yes, not the full portion. It was just a small amount, something. But it was something for him to help him just get a step closer.
This is another lesson in that journey of Seva. We want to help, okay? A lot of people don't know how to receive help, and a lot of people don't know how to perceive help.
Correct.
Okay? So people who are like, if you're helping them, they may not understand this whole, you're coming from an intention of like, you want to do Seva, okay? This is, first of all, because it is rare, okay, people don't believe. People always, I'm sure so many places, in so many interviews, people must have asked you, you did it for the fame or you did it for the money, all these things.
Correct.
Because people do not know, like, people can't, get that concept of Seva, and then, we're just doing it for the sake of just giving without expecting anything in return. So people will always, these things will happen. Doesn't matter. You're like, you're already, on the, you have the, you're very strongly rooted in your spiritual way. This is why I feel like, in every way, you're strong. Yeah, spiritual, right? This is the whole thing. Seva thing is a spiritual thing, and you have already, nailed it. So good job, guys. I'm very, very impressed with the way you all have handled the whole situation and what you've done in this whole situation. So brilliant.
Thank you. So Seva also comes through the family as well. So when Dad was in college days, he had started a blood donation, a blood collecting helpline where more than 300,000 people had registered for blood donation, and he was instrumental in saving more than 10,000 lives. Wow. And along with that, he was also for People for Animals Pune, PFA Pune, where he had saved more than 100,000 animals' lives. So like this, he has done a lot of Seva, and the speaking majority comes from our mom, who did Seva also in his young age, in college days, where she would run like coaching classes and tutoring. She used to coach and tutor for school. So yeah. So as you can see, Seva from Dad, also for Mom also. Seva
speaking.
and speaking for Mom and also Dad, but you can say Seva speaking. So, mom also from the religious side, every birthday or special occasion, we would distribute tiffins around the neighborhood or wherever we can find. And from that, the speaking part, he was always speaking in the business meetings. We would always sit next to him. From a very young age, he used to take us to business meetings. When I was young, not sit next to him, he would say, Jainam, Bhaiya, and Jivika. You, Jainam Bhaiya, you can sit there. Jivika, you can sit somewhere else. Don't sit with me. And he will tell both of us, you both have a task.
Okay.
One of you has to make like a MOM, the minutes of meeting. Like what you had learned, you have to make notes. And the other one has to ask at least one question. So Jainam, I will ask the question and I will make notes. So, and ever since that, I started writing a lot.
Nice, nice. So you would like write all what was being discussed or the key points.
Like whatever I had learned and whatever I learned from what the person had said. If it was an event and if it was a meeting, what task someone had to do. So proper MON. Like this guy has to do this task and this person was told him to do this. Now the deadline for this was this. So she would create a detailed MOM of everything. And
Wow, Jivita. Very nice. And brilliant. And you were asking questions.
yes, so even I should have suggestions.
Yeah.
It was always a mix of both. So dad would not tell us that this suggestion was not right on the meeting. Like afterwards he would tell us, and afterwards he will tell them also that he was just curious and wanted to make that suggestion, but no need to make it. But he was not like, no, not at all, that's not right in the meeting. He would tell us afterwards what was wrong, what we could improve, maybe what was the crucial point. So he would always brainstorm with us afterwards.
So what was your leadership lesson from the way dad had managed you?
Never be too negative, always try and uplift them. When I was just 6, I was really into coding. Like I used to love coding a lot. I had put on coding classes. One day dad told me, Janam, we need more good leaders in this world. So do you want to become a coder or do you want to become a leader of coders who will create a software? And from that day on, I just started learning delegation, time management, leadership. So he was always telling me different things that would make me change my life and make me go towards a better position. So in this world today, there are a lot of leaders who can be created, but they just need the turning point. So that is what we are trying to achieve. When we did the 50-day mission, there were a lot of good leaders who got ignited because of our events, and we're still trying to achieve that.
I think this conversation could go on and on and on. I'm like, so much there is to learn from you both, and you both are lovely kids. I want to ask you one final question as we wrap up here. Actually, two. So this is the second last question. What's that one message from both of you? Let's start with Jivika. You, what's the message you want to tell the audience? You know, the kids who want to be like you, entrepreneurs like you, the young generation who want to be entrepreneurs like you.
So one thing I'll say, just believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, because no obstacle is too big to overcome. And like I had said before when we were speaking also, your biggest enemy is you. Believe in yourself, trust yourself. And remember, age is just a number. No matter how big or small you are, you can achieve anything. You can achieve big dreams that you set your mind to. And one last thing I'll say, like Jainam also says, and we have said in many of her podcast interviews, all those content creators out there, share your message about Sevak Army, and Jainam will tell more about that. So all the content creators the past month or so, they have been creating videos about us, the Jio Hotstar controversy. But even if they post one video about SevakArmy.com, the people who want to do Seva, the people who want to reach more and more people, help more and more people, SevakArmy.com is a platform where we connect NGOs with volunteers and bridge them together, create a bridge for them to achieve Seva. So what our goal is to reach more than 100,000 people and contribute more than 20 hours of Seva per year. That's all that we are asking for. So that's around like half an hour to 1 hour per week in a year. So even if they do that, what the goal will be is 2 million man hours of seva done in a year, which according to calculations is more than 1000 man months of seva being done
Yep.
by just one small community. And this is just a 1 year goal that is set for ourselves till 2nd October 2025, which is Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti, which was the day when we launched saveacademy.com. So that is 1 year goal, and we want to continue pursuing that.
Sorry, I have a follow-up question then on that.
Sure.
So on sevakarmy.com, you want people to volunteer, and do you have like specific tasks or what people should do?
Yes. To just one thing. So there is specific task that you can pick through your interest. NGOs will say or type in what they want it to be done, and you can pay based on what you like or what is your hobby, what you want to do, then what you want to pick from those. So NGOs register, fill up all the necessary details, any specific task they have that they feel like they need to be done by someone else and they don't have the volunteers for that, they put that task, uploaded on saveacademy.com, free or paid. We have no payment gateway through our platform. It's all free. Volunteers register, they choose a task according to their skill, hobby, whatever it is. They complete that task. It can be physical, online, anything, any singular task at all. It doesn't have to be like this specific thing. And then the volunteers complete that task. It can also be for a specific NGO. So we have a lot of different categories that people can choose from. And after that, the task is done for the NGO and they can continue using the platform to connect with more and more volunteers.
Brilliant, brilliant. So that's what you mean when you say you're connecting the NGOs with the volunteers. Amazing, amazing. Janam, is there anything else that you want to share with the audience?
Not at all, because majorly from the podcast, hopefully they understood all our messages that we want to deliver, because there were a lot of crucial points that we discussed in the whole podcast which would be beneficial for everyone, all the way from helping others to how we started our journey. Wait, Janam, I think you should share one quote about that seva is like... Yes. So seva is the cost that we pay, is the rent that we pay to live in this world. So always continue to do seva. It is the only thing that can bring you true happiness in this world, and it is the only way that you can pay the rent to live in this world.
Brilliant, brilliant. I love the way you've put it. Seva is the rent that we have to pay to live in this world, and it's not just like just out of this one. We should do that. One final question to both of you. You've been on many podcasts. How was your experience being on the Beer on Bus podcast?
It was wonderful, and we also had a discussion beforehand where we discussed a lot of things, and a lot of podcasts that we've seen on your show, they're wonderful. There is a lot to take from it, and hopefully the audience can also take a lot from this podcast. So it was a wonderful experience. It was nice meeting you and understanding you.
It's my pleasure. So thank you so much, Janam, Jivika,
Thank you
for coming on the Beer.
And y'all, thank you so much for inviting us also.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Janam and Jivika Jain, the wonder kids, the real seva people. They have taught us what seva really means. And thanks for watching till the end. And you've been watching and listening to Beer on Bus.